Hey guys, in today's episode, we're going to talk about the realistic journey that is a trader and their equity curve and how patience is a must, panic will have you go bust. Something I want to cover today, since we didn't get didn't really get any new questions, was something that we talked about in the Trader Vault. And I'll tell you what, I had a cool moment, right? So how many of you guys saw the video I put out this weekend? I put it out on Sunday, the Trading Edge video. I sneakily titled it, "I've been waiting weeks for this," right? So if you guys have been following me for the whole year, which many of you guys have been because you're on the platform, I see you guys in the live room, you know that my trading started off amazing. I'll throw an equity curve up for you to see, right? My trading started off amazing. The first, January, February, the first 2 months or month and a half, because January I start in the middle of the month or second week, whatever, was an amazing start. And I was on fire, baby, right? And then I just went sideways for what at the time seems like a very long period of time. And it's important. In reality, it was only, March, April, right? 6-8 weeks, somewhere around that time. Which, this is where recency bias comes in. At the time, it seems horrible. But you think about how many trading weeks are in a year, guys, right? 50? Right? 50, maybe 48, somewhere around there, depending on when you take off. I think I go about 48. I take 2 off at the end of December, 2 off at the beginning. Well, it depends on how January falls. But yeah, about 50 on average for me, right? So 7 weeks out of 50, is that a large portion? Is that a large percentage of your trading year? Obviously, no, right? It's not even 10%. But when we're stuck in these funks, and this is how drawdowns are, right? They seem to last forever, right? There's I hope I don't butcher this saying. There's an old saying in the stock market where it's like the bulls take the stairs, the bears take the window. You guys ever hear that before? Bulls take the stairs, bears take the window, right? So when the market is moving up, it's a slow kind of, it's like walking upstairs, right? It's slow, step by step. It's going up. It takes a long time, but you eventually get to a very high place, right? In bull markets, right? Bear markets, like we saw last year, crashes happen pretty quick, right? It's like jumping out of a window. You go straight down. I would say it's the opposite in your equity curve, right? The extensions are typically very short, very kind of short spurts, right? You get these, it could be either one big trade, right? I happen to have a home run trade this week, still maybe 2, depending on what dollar yen does, which helped out a lot. But the extensions come pretty quick. And more importantly, mentally, they seem to happen pretty quick, right? But the drawdowns, right? Because in a way, we value them more, not necessarily like they're more important, but we think about them more because they're painful. And we typically dread on pain more than we kind of understand and celebrate pleasure. Drawdowns seem to last forever, right? You're like, man, I've been going sideways forever. But you look at the bigger picture. You look at this equity curve in front of you, right? 2/3 of this equity curve is pretty much straight up. 1/3 is in the middle. But the middle third is what hurts the most. And this is when so many traders get into trouble. They lose confidence. They bail on their system. They bail on their strategy. They bail on themselves. And what they do is, instead of just sit back and trade it and survive it, I always call it treading water, right? You're treading water until a boat comes to rescue you, right? They panic. They're in the ocean. They're stuck. They should know that a boat is coming, a rescue boat is coming, but they panic. They splash and they flail. And then you drown, right? That's how most people drown. They go into a panic mode. Instead of just Dr. Steenbarger says it's the best. There's a difference between stress and distress, right? Stress is kind of the normal stress of dealing with stuff, like, right, your kids piss you off and you're stressed, right? your relationship has problems, you're stressed. Distress is when you take a deliberate action off of that, where you panic, you do something and make your situation worse, and that's one of the main differences between kind of professional and struggling traders. So it was cool to finally get that pop. I've been complaining about it for months now, knowing it was going to happen eventually, but you never know. And this past week was a really good week for me. And boom, we popped up from 13% to about 17%. I took a loss yesterday on Euro Yen. Stinker just got me. So I think I'm back down to like 18 or 17, something like that, 17.5. This one just stopped me out and then went over to hit targets. But I can't complain because dollar Canada was the exact opposite, and that was a better trade. But that's what the reality of trading looks like. And that's why I'm glad you guys get to join me essentially every day, or even if you're just catching up on the videos every week, to see what it looks like, because it's not going to be all fun. It's going to be somewhat of a struggle. It's going to be frustrating, but there's also going to be very good periods and times when we can overcome those levels. Those are going to be massive confidence boosters to you. And for you guys that are asking, how do I stay so calm during those areas? The honest truth is I don't at the beginning. Right, the first time I went through a drawdown, I panicked. Right, I panicked and blew more than I was supposed to. But as you go through them, you gain more confidence. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. The more pain you go through, the more you realize, like, hey, this is temporary. It will end. I will see better days. And that's very important as a trader, to see from other traders, whether it's myself, whether it's Jason, whether it's other traders on the platform, but more importantly, to go through yourself. And just survive. Hey guys, Akil here once again. Before you leave, do me a favor, support the podcast by leaving it a rating and a review. That is the best way we can spread the word and continue to reach more and more traders out there. Also, if you like technical analysis, make sure you check out my weekly video on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com/Akil Stokes, and each and every weekend there's a brand new trading video for you, sharing some psychological tips and also showing you the best opportunities that are on my radar for the week ahead.